To create layout number 2, we're going to be using the balloon multicolor paper. The black side is the light blue. We've got a whole sheet of the orange wash. The back side of that is the confetti. And then we're using these two scraps of, we're going to be using the darker side. It's plaid on one side. The other side is the orange. It's got a little bit of a starburst in there. The half circle, and this guy is 4 inches wide. So we are going to be doing some more welding and creating a 2-page layout with these scraps. So we're going to first cut 4 inches off of here. I'm actually going to cut 4 inches off this side. I'm doing that so that my sides match. Turn this one like that and this one like that. I hope that made sense to you. And I'm not going to bother welding this. I'm just going to go ahead and use the whole piece. We can adhere that down to start with before we do our weld. I'll show you the second welding method with this example. And then that way you kind of can choose whichever one works best for you. So we've got our welding strip. Again, I'm gonna put quite a lot of repositional tape on it. Make sure I get the ends kind of all down the middle here. Do a real good job on those ends there. Okay. And this time, I'm going to put the pieces together from the backside. So this is how I want my my page to look when it's done. I'm just gonna flip that over. I'm gonna line these pieces up so that they align naturally. This is pretty on the backside too, actually really pretty, the way that these back colors. That's the great thing about our Creative Memories papers, is that they all coordinate with each other beautifully. This is just a little off. There we go. So even the back sides match up and make a beautiful page. All right, so I've got that, these pieces together, and then I'm just going to take my strip, kind of pushing and holding the two pieces together. I'm just going to now take that strip and lay it down over the top of that seam, pressing down, and now I have my paper. So that's the second way of doing a weld. It's just really a matter of personal preference. They both work great. All right, so these pieces are going to go together like this. This is my left-hand side and my right-hand side of my layout. This guy, I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half, and I'm going to make corner pieces. So again, this is, how long is this one? This is 8.25. So I want to cut it at 4 1/8. So here's my 4-inch. My 1/8 is 2 of the black lines. So now I've got 2 identical pieces, and I'm going to put these guys in the corners here. It's hard to choose which side of this paper to use. I love that plaid an awful lot. I like plaids in general. I have yet to meet a plaid I don't like. So it was a tough choice, but I also really like the way that this orange really enhances, adds a nice contrast. This dark orange, this reddish orange, adds a nice contrast, pulls out the darker of the balloons, and makes a nice looking page. So now we've got our base pieces. We could take a look and see what we have for some strips if we wanted to use some of those. I've got this strip over here, actually, I think would look really nice to kind of make a seam there and bring these guys together. I think I'll trim it down a bit. So let's cut this guy down to 1-inch strip. Got 1 inch and 3/4 of an inch. You know, I think I'm going to use the 3/4 of an inch. I'll use that inch one for something else. And I'm just going to lay this right down the middle. All right, so then let's kind of think about what we've got. I love to use up these mats, so this one could be a great title for this one. That orange is a little bit too bright. Thinking light blue mat would look really nice with these. I don't see that I have any. Let's look at our artsy add-ons. Got some light blue mats or some other titles we can use there. And let's not forget about these artsy add-on embellishments too. More candles, the bigger the wish. So there's a dark blue. That one's pretty. There's that blue. I like that one a lot. That's actually looks nice. So, just trying to celebrate. There's that red orange again. Short, eat the cake. Can all relate to that. Blue stripe and orange. There's the light blue I was looking for. Not orange. Just the one light blue. It's too busy. We do something like that and that on here. Dot. You know, you can choose whichever one looks good to you. I like this back side of this one, so I think I'll keep that maybe just in case I can find a good use for it. Okay, so I think we'll do some photos about like that. We've got our 4x6. There. Maybe some 4x4s. I love these templates. It really is super helpful in putting together kind of like this overlapping a little bit there. Maybe give that a little bit more space. It's here. Something like that. Certainly you could put another 4x6 here. You know, we end up with so many vertical photos. Maybe we need to do something like that there. Kind of like that. That gives us some nice choices. And then you can sub these out too. You could put 3x3s here, you know, like maybe cluster a grid of 3x3s. Yeah. I like the look of that. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere these down. I do like to map my photos, so in this case, I probably would get some of the coordinating cardstock, which is going to be your light blue, your pumpkin, your tangerine, the regular blue, the navy. You could also use your neutrals like beige, and do some matting. I do like would like the contrast with this, so I probably would maybe use light blue over here and perhaps the pumpkin on this side. But I play around with it a little bit and see what I think. So again, I'm just going to use the measurement marks on here to kind of eyeball where this should be. So that's about halfway down from the bottom. I'm just kind of centering, and it's about an inch in from the left-hand side. I love that they included the artsy add-on pack as part of the bundle for this one. I think the artsy add-on doesn't, add-ons don't get quite enough love. And so it's nice to include it so that we're using it. And I actually really like, they are exactly that. They're artsy. They're a little bit more fun-loving, like the patterns on this on these mats and titles are just super fun. Um, all right, so we've got some balloons here. I think my border stickers, neither of these do I love with this. I feel like this is definitely a horizontal border. This one could go vertically or horizontal, but it's flowers and we're kind of using, we're not really, there's nothing really floral on here. So I'd like to stick to maybe some of these others. We've got balloons and I like the way that this happy birthday coordinates. I think I would probably maybe try to see if we can get this cut. Oops, I didn't adhere this down. Cut down with the custom cutting system. Maybe make a circle out of that to mimic a little bit of the circular edges over here and the roundness of the balloons, kind of bring that together. So let's get our custom cutting templates out and see what size will work. This is the largest. That is too small. So if we center this, it's going to be a little bit tight, I think, to try to make a circle out of that. I'm wondering, could we make it a half circle and put it in the corner? I get this like that and make it, I don't know if that would work or not. No, but I think I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try something like that, where it's gonna go intentionally bleed off the edge. I'm gonna use my green blade, which is the second biggest one. Just gonna line that up a little bit here. Just gonna make sure, yeah, that goes all the way around there without running off the edge. So Maybe put that something there like that. That actually, I think, turned out really cute. And I might actually trim it down. It's like 1/4 of an inch on this side. Sure that's straight. I kind of eyeball this to make sure that it's straight. Yeah. I think that looks great. Hmm. All right. Sometimes things work out when you're just kind of trying. Okay, let's get some embellishments on here. So what do we have? With these artsy add-ons, one more year around the sun, calendar sweets. Okay. We've got You Don't Look a Day Over Fabulous, kind of like that one. Maybe put that somewhere over there. Get our stickers out. Do something here, here, and maybe this corner makes for a really great base for an embellishment cluster. So something like maybe some gifts, balloons and gifts. So, something like that. These guys. Let's see. Maybe that'll go up there. I don't know if there's enough contrast. So I'm kind of thinking something like that for there. And then down here, I've got these two. It goes like that, maybe something like that. I could put that here. I think that this is another one that I'd like to pop up a little bit, give a little bit of dimension. So I'm going to use my little anti-stick powder and get out my foam tape. What did I do with my scissors? Grab my other ones. Oh, there they are. The Creative Memories fine tip scissors are great for cutting sticky things because they're made out of Teflon. And so they don't stick to things. So you can cut sticky things and not leave a sticky residue behind. And they're perfect for that. I was thinking, I think I do maybe want to put, I'm going to hold off on that. I think I want to carry the gifts across the pages just as a repeating element. I'm going to adhere this about 2 inches down from the top. I've got this really maybe this. Yeah, I like that. And this at the top. Yeah, I think that looks nice. presents. Something like that. And then maybe I'll take this, put it down here. And maybe I've got another fun phrase. Cupcakes and candles. Birthdays are just sprinkled with happiness. That's fun. So is the cha-cha-cha. I think I'll do sprinkled with happiness. I think I want something a little bit bigger there. And also maybe something that has more contrast, like this orange. That's not a whole lot bigger, but blue is another way. It's your special day, another year wiser. Don't forget the presents. Maybe something like that. You know, I think over here, I want more contrast. So I'm going to use this orange embellishment under there like that. Okay. So let's see, I just need to adhere down these embellishments a little bit there. These are stuck down with a sticker behind or in front of it, so that works out pretty well. Okay, so there is layout number 2 using our leftovers. What do you think?